Hi, I am Béatrice. I am 26 years old. Je peux parler en français, mais j'ai un accent un peu anglophone. I love to travel, I love to have fun, I love to eat good food. Honestly, just be as happy for as much of my life as I can be. So that's my vibe. My sister posted a picture. I guess people kind of started to realize they didn't know she had a twin sister, and they were like, oh, she's a twin, she's a twin. That's like the starting point. I maybe had like 10 to 20,000 followers, and then quickly realized how exciting and fun it could be and what I could do with it. So I decided to pursue it and to make it something bigger. I kind of actually wanted to follow in my dad's footsteps, an investment banker, and then I thought, and I realized that it was not for me, and it was a big mistake. I did graduate from university in business. I just wasn't meant for a kind of 9-to-5 corporate office jobs. I used to have a lot of side jobs when I started off.
La vie des gens riches et célèbres.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Oh yeah.
T'as jamais de problème.
Yeah.
T'as des belles photos, t'es belle, tu
That's
voyages, tu manges de la bonne bouffe, wow, t'as la vie parfaite. What do you think about that?
Oh, I have a lot to say about that. Everyone, at the end of the day, we obviously kind of make our own assumptions and conclusions and decide that we know what, in reality, obviously we know like 1%. At the end of the day, I feel like people forget that Instagram for influencers, it's work. So at the end of the day, it's marketing, and we're working with brands to help them advertise their services and their products. It's a job, and that's what it is, and it's not my life, and it's not all of me at all. I would say it's really tiny little part of me. And one of the comments that I actually get the most when I meet people, I thought you were gonna be such a stuck-up, like, mean person. I thought you were gonna be so snobby. And I'm like, why would I be? What reason do I have to be? But no one in the, like I've met some of the greatest athletes in the world, like Roger Federer, and he's so humble and nice and treats every single person like they are his. So if he can do that, there's no reason for anybody to not be like that. But I'm always shocked at how people are so surprised by that. They're like, oh, you're so chill, you're so this or that. I'm like, what did you think I was? Anyway, people do make, obviously, their assumptions. I actually just posted a picture an hour ago, and I saw a comment, someone wrote, oh, it must be so nice to travel the world with your sister's money and your dad's money. And that one kills me the most because it is so wrong. It is so far from the truth. I got a job the day I turned 16 and I was legally allowed to work. I was a hostess at the Keg. That was my first job. I worked at several clothing stores. Like, I've been working since the day I turned 16. It's so wrong.
J'ai l'impression que les gens n'ont pas conscience que t'es un être humain puis que tu vas aller lire les commentaires.
I think a lot of people also do it to try and get a reaction, to try and get a rise. Oh, it'll bother her so much, she'll answer. So I don't respond.
How does it feel?
I mean, it sucks. It does suck. I'm not gonna pretend it doesn't. I'm not like a robot. It definitely sucks. But I've learned that there's really nothing I can do. There will always be someone who will say that. Even if I posted a video saying, hey guys, just to let you know, like, nobody helps me, I'm financially independent. And then people will say, oh, you just did it to be able to say you did it. Like, there's always gonna be something negative. There's no winning. Comments where people say, like, Jeannie's prettier, or your sister's more fun, or your sister, like, you're, like, whatever it is, things like that, I don't delete them because it doesn't bother me to the point where I need to delete it. Like, I don't mind if people see that someone wrote that. It's a reflection of them, not me, right? So we're definitely not like a simple, happy, perfect family. Actually, far from it. My parents got divorced. They weren't happy together, but Jeannie was with my mom pretty much her whole life, and then my dad was with me, Charlotte, and Will. So we're very separated, and it also created a lot of tension between, like, my mom and then me, Charlotte, and Will, and then my dad and Jeannie. It's still to this day not perfect at all. I mean, simply due to the fact that I've seen her twice a year since I'm 10. Someone at the grocery store, or like, I know them better than I know her because I see, it's crazy. It's like she's almost a stranger. And people are like, why didn't you just travel with her? Why didn't you just go all to Wimbledon with her and French Open every year? And I'm like, because A, I was in school and I had a life to live too. And B, who's gonna pay for that? She wasn't paying for that. And that's a perfect example. People probably assumed, oh, like go with your sister, like she'll bring you everywhere. No, my sister brought me nowhere, and if I wanted to go watch her at Wimbledon, she said, okay, come see me, buy your ticket, buy your plane ticket, and come. You know, have always been compared to my twin sister my whole life. And that is heavy, like let me tell you, it's heavy. People come up to me, oh, you're the sister. Oh, hi, are you the sister of, oh, can I take a picture with you? What's your name? You're the sister, right? But what's your name? So just picture that for like 20 years. You don't even feel like your own person. I'm just the sister. I joke about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm the sister. Nice to meet you. I don't have a name. I'm the sister. I am just orbiting around my sister. I'm not my own. I'm 6 minutes older. I was born first, okay? She's my sister. And I know it's not meant in a malicious, it's not meant in a bad way, but that definitely affects, you know, my confidence. I'm just always, I'm like, God, can someone say something different for once? Oh, the dopamine rush, yes. When people post a picture, they get that little rush of dopamine, especially if, you know, you feel like it's a great picture or something, you're like, oh, like, it's a feeling of validation. I posted this good picture, like, or I look good, or I feel good, whatever it is. People will remember why they want to follow me. It's like all validation at the end of the day.
Tu sors en ville, tu sais qu'il y a d'autres gens. Tu watches-tu un peu qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Yeah. You know what the most annoying part is? For the part that I think about the most is that I don't like wearing makeup. 90% of the time, I'm in like a sweater and sweatpants. Yeah.
Genre, je pensais que t'étais plus superficielle à cause des photos.
It's okay, everybody thinks that. At the end of the day, you're selling. So I'm like a salesperson at the same time, you know? So I'm selling and certain things sell. What do you mean? Like, you think I'm superficial? And then I realized, like, if I didn't know me, I would probably think that as well. And it's kind of human nature. We judge and we make our assumptions before we know someone. It's a brand. It's like acting. It's like literally being an actress in that movie or in that show, whatever, in that commercial, and you're selling that. But that's not you behind, that's not you inside. And there's a human, there's a real human in there, yeah. The fact that I can call this work, the fact that this is a job, that I am paid to be on a camel going through the Sahara Desert is there are no words, like it's mind blowing. That's why and then I realized, like, this is why I do this. That really made me appreciate it. Not that I don't already, but that moment really, you know, and I realized, like, I can't ever be ungrateful or complain about any of this.
Est-ce qu'il y avait une question que tu aurais aimé que je te pose?
That's a good question. Oh God, this is hard.
Sorry about that.
You're saving the hardest questions for the end.
Yeah.
Maybe like, what's the weirdest thing about you?
Yeah.
I have definitely like some OCD, neurotic tendencies. I have a lot of lists in my phone. I literally have a folder called lists, and in my list folder, it's just a list of lists. And I like to write everything down, like everything. Like I write like, no, like weird things. Like I write down my favorite smells, like my favorite, like, I have a list of pet peeves. You know what pet peeves are?
No.
Like things that bother you.
Okay.
They show us quitter nav, like little like, this is my pet peeve list.
Can you tell us one,
Yeah?
2 or 3?
Look at this.
Or there's a lot.
So now you think I have a serious problem. I just love to, it's kind of like, yeah, I kind of use my phone as like my little diary too, I guess. I just like to have things written down in case, you know, I don't know, like when people are like, oh, like what bothers you? Oh, what bothers me? I could tell you. I could tell you what bothers me. It's all right here. Disclaimer, I'm not like a psychopath. I didn't sit down and write this in one shot. Like, I think it was years ago. Yeah, oh, I'm super organized, like OCD, everything in everything's colored, like my room, everything. You know when they start boarding the plane, everybody like gets into the big line, but the line could be like 100 people long, and they're all standing there when you could just be sitting.
Yeah.
And you're all getting on the same plane, and all your baggage is gonna get on the same plane. And I'm always like, why? And then for years I've been adding, whenever something bothers me,
What's the last
The last two actually I added this morning is when toilet paper is put on the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, instead of
What is the good way?
the good way, it should come on top, not underneath, and you have to like grab the, I'll tell you one of my top ones. When you're at a restaurant and the butter for the bread is cold and you can't spread it. I'm like, someone explain to me the point. What is the point of the butter being cold? I can't put it on my bread. And then you try to put it on your bread and then it rips the bread. So I just like take a whole, that just drives me crazy. When an ambulance drives by and all the cars move to the side, my heart is so full when that happens. It's a feeling of like humanity, and you're like, ugh, I love humans, we're all a family, we're one. And I'll stop now with all my lists. Kind of like maybe like, what's your life motto? Mine is very, very simple. It's so simple that you'll think there's no meaning to it. And people laugh when I say it because they think it sounds really stupid, but I'm telling you, people have come back to me years later and said, you were right. So my life motto is, ready? Life is life. No, wait, before you laugh, this is what so it sounds so empty and stupid, but in moments where you're sad, where you're happy, where something horrible happens, tragedy, you know, marriage, like you have a kid, you win the lottery, any moment in life, if you just tell yourself, life is life. And then I also added another one later on, which is humans are humans. Like when people piss you off, when they do mean things, when they do nice things, you just gotta say, humans are humans. It really like calmed me down, and I'm like,
totally true.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
And the lights glowed. That was perfect.
That was really perfect. So, for example, I posted this, just a nice, innocent picture in nature, not doing anything wrong to anyone. And your sister has ambition, she has goals and a boyfriend. Look at you, you're 26 years old and the only thing you know how to do is find imperfections on your face. But luckily, your father and sister's money exists so you can have plastic surgery without problems. And someone replied to that person and wrote, sounds like you know absolutely nothing and you're jealous. And then the girl wrote back, she's one of the richest girls in Montreal. She doesn't need to be an influencer to make money. If she does that, it's just because she wants attention from people and she wants to feel pretty at the end of the day.
What do you think about that?
Nice people out there. That's what I'm talking about. It's not, there's a lot of negative that comes with the territory.
How do you feel when you see it? Not even a little,
Obviously, it hurts a little bit when I see it, but I know that the people writing it have no idea what they're talking about, and they're so wrong. At the end of the day, anyone can hide behind their keyboard, right, or their phone, and bully people. So, the day someone says it to my face, then maybe I'll respect them a bit more, but it's really easy to sit at home, and write whatever you want to someone you don't know at all. I'm good, I'll be okay.
Okay, cool.
It is really good.